We are the most improved generation in human history. We have more access to biohacks, productivity frameworks, and mental health tips than any civilization before us. We track our sleep, we optimize our morning routines, we stack our habits, and we journal until our wrists ache. But here is the question no one wants to answer. Why, despite all this improvement, are we more anxious, more burnout, and more dissatisfied than ever? Why does checking off every item on your to-do list still leave you feeling like you're falling behind? Today, we're going to talk about the dark side of self-improvement. We're going to explore how the multi-billion-dollar self-help industry has weaponized your insecurities to create something called toxic productivity. We'll look at the neuroscience of rest guilt, why your growth mindset might actually be a trauma response, and how to escape the hamster wheel of becoming so you can finally start being. Part 1. The commodity of insecurity. To understand why self-improvement feels like a trap, we have to look at the business model. The self-help industry is projected to be worth over $60 billion by 2030. Think about that. For that industry to grow, it needs you to stay dissatisfied. If you actually achieved wholeness, you'd stop buying the courses, you'd stop clicking the 10 hacks videos, you'd stop downloading the planners. This has created a phenomenon I call the horizon effect. You are told that happiness is just one habit away. Once I wake up at 5 a.m., I'll be successful. Once I master my focus, I'll be happy. But the horizon moves every time you take a step forward. This is toxic productivity. It's the internal voice that tells you that any moment not spent producing is a moment wasted. It turns your hobbies into side hustles and your rest into recovery for more work. In the eyes of toxic productivity, you aren't a human being. You are a biological asset that needs to be optimized for maximum output. Part 2. The neuroscience of rest guilt. Have you ever sat down to watch a movie or take a nap, only to feel a nagging sense of dread? A voice in the back of your head saying, you should be reading that business book, or you could be at the gym right now? That is productivity shame, and it's literally rewiring your brain. When we tie our self-worth exclusively to our output, our brain's threat detection system, the amygdala, stays on high alert. Normally, rest should activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. But for the modern optimizer, rest triggers a stress response. Your brain perceives doing nothing as a threat to your status, your safety, and your identity. This creates a state of functional burnout. You're not collapsing, but you're never truly off. You're living in a gray zone where you're too tired to work effectively, but too guilty to rest deeply. This is the dark side. We've pathologized the most human thing we can do, existing without a purpose. Part 3. Growth mindset or trauma response. Now let's get uncomfortable. We love the term growth mindset. It sounds positive. But in clinical psychology, there is a thin line between wanting to grow and chronic self-correction. For many of us, the obsession with self-improvement isn't about reaching a goal. It's a defense mechanism. If you grew up in an environment where love was conditional, based on your grades, your sports performance, or how good you were, you learned a dangerous lesson. I am only safe when I am improving. In this context, toxic productivity is actually a fawn response. You are trying to outrun your feelings of inadequacy by being the most productive person in the room. If you stop, you have to face the silence. And in that silence, you might hear the voice that says, you are not enough as you are. So you buy another book, you start another diet, you download another app. You aren't improving yourself, you're distracting yourself from yourself. Part 4. The solution, the art of being unoptimized. So what's the alternative? Do we just give up? Do we sit on the couch and let our lives pass us by? No. The solution isn't no productivity, it's integration. Visual, a split screen. On one side, optimization, cold, clinical, rigid. On the other, vitality, warm, flexible, human. We need to move from optimization to vitality. Optimization asks, how can I get the most out of this day? Vitality asks, what makes me feel alive today? Here are 3 ways to start reclaiming your life from the dark side of self-improvement. The unproductive hour. Every day, spend 60 minutes doing something that has 0 ROI, return on investment. No learning, no networking, no fitness. Just play. Video games, drawing, staring at a tree. Reteach your brain that you have value outside of what you produce. Kill the best version of yourself. That future you who wakes up at 4 a.m. and never eats sugar, they don't exist. And trying to live up to a ghost is killing the current you. Focus on being a real version of yourself, not a best version. Audit your content. If a self-improvement creator makes you feel anxious rather than inspired, unfollow them. Your feed should be a tool, not a source of inadequacy. The greatest lie the self-help industry ever told you is that you are a work in progress. A work in progress is never finished. A work in progress is a project, not a person. You are not a project to be solved. You are a human being to be experienced. The most productive thing you can do for your mental health is to realize that you are allowed to be messy. You are allowed to be unoptimized. You are allowed to be exactly who you are right now without a single habit change. Improvement is a choice, not a debt you owe the world. If this video made you feel a little less guilty about taking a break today, hit the like button. And in the comments, tell me, what is one thing you do purely for joy that has absolutely no productivity value? I'll be reading and responding to as many as I can. Thanks for watching. Now, go do nothing for a while. You've earned it.